Yes, sir.
Okay, once more again to this other video of the lectures on social causes to population movement in the 19th century Cameroon. Under this, we are going to look at cultural ties. Cultural ties which orchestrated the movement of people in the 19th century Cameroon. When we talk about cultural ties, we are talking about tribes in the 19th century Cameroon which share the same language, the same history, the same ancestor together. Some of these tribes were forced to migrate because they saw their sisters or their brothers moving out of where they had initially settled, and so for that they could not stay alone. And by so doing, they were bound to move alongside with them. We have tribes which migrated or have share the same ancestor and they have to move together. We have the Bakosi and Basosi. They were a tribe that they share the same ancestor. We have the Bamum and then So. They have the same ancestor. We have the Douala and the Bakweris. We have dwellers and the Bakweris. These were examples of some tribes that they have to migrate because they did not want to allow their brothers to go and allow them behind, which they share the same culture. Again, we talk about the next point, we talk about the prevalence of diseases. Diseases also cause people to migrate in the 19th century Cameroon. It's in the 19th century Cameroon, people have to settle in a particular area in a large number, and because of that, they were faced with a pandemic that could not allow them to continue to settle there, and because of that reason, they were bound to migrate. If we look at the Tikas groups that migrated from the Dog Plains was because of diseases. Again, we have another example of tribes which migrated because of diseases. We have the people of some Widukum tribes such as Meta, Ngi, and Oshe. These Widukum tribes migrated from the forest region of Cameroon because they were faced by the prevalence of diseases such as sleeping sickness and malaria. So they could not stay there, they were forced to migrate. The next social cause, we talk about population pressure. When we talk about population pressure, it was in a case where people settled in a particular area in a large number, and when the land was unable to contain the large population, they start disintegrating or moving to different areas. We have case in point, we talk about the Tikas. The Tikas is a tribe that came and settled in the Dog Plains, and due to population pressure in the Dog Plain, the Tika started migrating and they went and formed different fandoms. We have the Bafut, we have Bambili, and Bambui, which were all fandoms that were formed from the Tikas who have settled in the Dog Plain. But because of too much population pressure on the Dog Plains, they were bound to move to go and settle in different areas or where they went and formed the Bafu Fondom, the Bambili, and the Bambui Fondoms. So these are some of the social reasons which were responsible for the migration of tribes in the 19th century Cameroon. Let's look at some few questions under this topic as we have looked at the causes of population movement before we move to our next video where we are going to be demystifying on the ramifications or the consequences of population movement in the 19th century Cameroon. For example, if you are given a question, to what extent was the for peace search for peace responsible for migration in Cameroon in the 19th century? How will you attack this question? Look at the question. To what extent was the search for peace responsible for migration in the 19th century Cameroon? In advanced level history, we know that when you see a question, you need to underline some keywords in that question. Like this question we have here, we have to underline the word extent. Then we have peace. When you see a question with the word extent, we want to come across some mind is that we talk about two-sided question. It's a two-sided question. Now, we already know that the question is talking on two-sided. Now, we have the first part, we talk about the search for peace. The word peace make us to come out with MP1 of the question. Main part one of the question, we are going to look at those factors that scares people to move from their initial settlement. Because people were migrating because they needed peace, therefore, we should be talking about involuntary factors that cause them to migrate in our first part of the question. So the first part, MP1, we'll be talking about involuntary factors. Involuntary factors that cause people to migrate in the 19th century Cameroon. Now, the second part, since the question is talking on two-sided extent, was it only the search for or peace or involuntary factors that cause people to migrate in the 19th century? As an advanced level student, that is what you should ask yourself. The question is no. It means that there were other factors which were responsible for the migration of tribes in the 19th century Cameroon. Therefore, our main part 2 of the question above, we talk about voluntary factors that were responsible for the migration of tribes in the 19th century Cameroon. Now, you have already interpreted your question. The next stage you should be doing is that which were those factors which were involuntary that caused people to migrate in the 19th century Cameroon. We'll look at go back and look at the political causes again of population movement. We discover that all the political causes to population movement in the 19th century, they were involuntary factors. Involuntary means that people were migrating out of their wishes. They need to move because they need to go to where they will settle and have peace. For example, we have intertribal wars, which was a political cause to population movement. We have jihad, we have dynastic quarrel, we have the search for peaceful settlement. We have payment of tributes. Those are the points that we look at them that you enter in your MP1, which were involuntary factors. Again, we also add again, here we talk about search for grazing land. Now, under the MP2, we talk about now voluntary factors, which are those factors that cause people to move out of their wishes. It was their likeness to migrate. Here we will be looking at mostly the economic factors, geographical and socials. You can take them now and form your MP2. Now, in advanced level question, we don't just go and then we write materials anyhow. If we have interpreted the question this way, therefore, if the question is over 25, it means that the first part will fetch us 13 marks, while the second part fetch us 12 marks. Then, how then do you have your 13 marks in your first part of the question? The first part that you are going to write for 13 marks, you should be able to explain 4 good points, because an advanced level point is in history is going to fetch you 3 marks. So if you take 4 good points times 3, can give you 12 over 13. Again, MP2, you take again 4 points times 3 marks, give you 12 marks. And the point you are supposed to explain to have the 3 marks, stating the point, telling the examiner that the population movement in the 19th century Cameroon was caused by involuntary factors such as dynastic quarrel. Mentioning dynastic quarrel, you have already given the headline. Explaining what dynastic quarrel was all about is the second mark, and then giving an example, especially the last mark, which gives 3 points in 3 marks in that point. So, as an advanced level student, you should be able to know how to explicit or to explain your point dutifully. Don't go and write a shallow point. If you write a shallow point, not explaining it with your example, you are not going to have a good mark. So that is how this question is. Another way this question can still be searched, the question we can still change it, and where we have peace, they remove peace, the very question, if the examiner come and remove the search for peace and they put search the white peace was the search to what extent, let's say to what extent was involuntary factors. Involuntary factors. Involuntary factors responsible for migrations in Cameroon. For migration in Cameroon in the 19th century. So when we have search for peace, they can put there involuntary factors. They can also put there involuntary factors to convince you. So peace means that people were migrating because where they were not having peace. Involuntary means that you are moving because where you were initially settled is not favorable, and so you have to move because of certain factors. Another way in which the GCE can set a question still on this topic, like what happened in 2019, they set a question to what extent was geography responsible for the migration of tribes in the 19th century in Cameroon? To what extent was That's GCE 2019. To what extent was geography responsible for migrations in the 19th century Cameroon? This is just a similar question to what we have at first. Now you are going to underline the word geography. With geography, we are talking about your first part of the question, MP1. You should be talking about geographical factors that were responsible for the movement of people in the 19th century Cameroon. And in our previous lectures, we look at the geographical causes. So those who have not been privileged to watch the video, you go back and look at the video on the geographical causes to population movement in the 19th century Cameroon. Now, your MP2 of the question, because if you say MP1 is geographical factors. Geographical factors. Therefore, main part two of the question, we talk about other factors. Now, how do you select your other factors? Students go in the order. Most often, they go and dwell only on one side. Maybe because you have mastered the economic or factors very well, you go and give the other factors you are giving the economic. It's not supposed to be like that. You need to balance your historical essay. By so doing, in the other factors, the examiner will love that you should explain two political causes under order, explain one economic and one social to have 4 points. In that way, you make the examiner know that the student know what he or she is writing because you have a good mastery of the topic. Because you have made him to understand that in the MP2, the other factors we have to talk about political, we talk about economic and social reasons of movement in the 19th century Cameroon. And what we need to know, you need to write with examples. Don't go and write they move. That was so many students like they move. Who are those who are moving? You need to cite example. Most often this topic is always there in the GCE because they need to test student ability on how to cite examples. You have to have a good mastery of your examples. That is what is going to fetch you good marks in the topic. Thank you.